How's it going, everybody? YouTube Live. This is yours truly, Rama Screen, covering movies, TV, and entertainment. And as the title indicates, the title of this post, I will be giving my Oscars 2019 predictions on who or which talent and which movie will win for um, certain categories. Now, I will not be covering all 24 categories because I haven't seen, obviously, any of the shorts, live action, documentary, and animated shorts. Um, I think I think they screened them in theaters earlier this month. I missed out on that screening. I apologize. But I will be giving you my predictions on the rest of the categories, especially the big ones. All right. Um, just a reminder that the Oscars is happening tomorrow, Sunday, February 24th at 5 p.m. on ABC. They will not have a host, the first time in so many years, I think 3 decades, that it doesn't have a host. Um, instead, in that place, they're gonna have sketches, I think, and musical performances. And I believe that the band Queen, that's right, the band Queen, with the front man now, Adam Lambert, they will be performing, even though obviously they're not nominated. They did not come out with a new original song for the movie Bohemian Rhapsody last year. So they're just gonna have like a mini concert, kind of filling in the time, which to me kind of baffling. It's baffling a little bit because I thought that the Academy wants to. I thought the idea is that they want to cut down the runtime by initially throwing like four categories into or under the commercial break. So adding a musical moment or a song performance by Queen kind of defeats that purpose, don't you think so? I'm not hating on Queen though. I love Queen. I'm glad they're performing, but all right, the Academy, make up your mind. You can't have both here. If do you want to cut down runtime or not? Fortunately, the final decision is that they're gonna present all 24 awards live on broadcast. We get to see cinematography, live action short, and film editing and makeup hairstyling as well. All right, so enough with the chit chat. Let's get right to the predictions. And we're gonna go from visual effects all the way to the cream of the crop, best picture. If you disagree with my choices or my predictions, let me know. Chime in, share your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Okay, let's go through the best visual effects category. And the nominees are Avengers Infinity War, Christopher Robin, First Man, Ready Player One, Solo, a Star Wars story. And I think, or my prediction is, or I predict that the Oscar for Best Visual Effects will go to Marvel Studios' Avengers Infinity War. Now, I think the one that can come up pretty close, that could cause an upset, is First Man. And I think the dark horse is Solo, a Star Wars story. But I'm predicting that the statuette will ultimately go to Avengers Infinity War. Okay, next up, Best Sound Editing. And the nominees are Black Panther, Bohemian Rhapsody, First Man, A Quiet Place, Roma. uh, Real quick, let's note how kind of funny that A Quiet Place is nominated for Best Sound Editing. Um, the statuette for this category, or the Oscar for Best Sound Editing, will go to, in my opinion, or my prediction, will go to Roma. So Best Sound Editing will go to Roma. Best Original Song. And the nominees are All the Stars from Black Panther, Honestly, I to tell you the truth, I still to this day I still haven't heard that song yet. I don't know what it. Yeah, I'm not familiar with all the Star song. I apologize. I just haven't had the time to check it out. Um, the second nominee is "I'll Fight" from RBG. Uh, the next one is "The Place Where Lost Things Go" from Mary Poppins Returns, which is probably the most recognizable or probably the most memorable because most of the songs in that movie are just not catchy and memorable, but the closest to being memorable is "The Place Where Lost Things Go." The next nominee is "Shallow" from "A Star Is Born." That one is co-written by Lady Gaga. And the last nominee in this category is "When a Cowboy Trades His Spurs for Wings" from the Coen brothers, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. And the Oscar for Best Original Song goes to Lady Gaga for "Shallow, A Star Is Born." Lady Gaga and her co-writers, of course. So I think if you are Lady Gaga fans, and I am, we are gonna have quite the party tomorrow because our idol Lady Gaga will go home with at least an Oscar for this category. Best Original Score, and the nominees are Black Panther, Black Klansman, If Beale Street Could Talk, Isle of Dogs, and Mary Poppins Returns. Um, I would have to go with, or my prediction for Best Original Score would have to be Isle of Dogs, simply because composer Alexander Desplat is essentially an Oscar darling. He has won multiple Oscars before, and I think he's a master of, just like John Williams was, he's a master of coming up with themes that are just that just stay in your head. So I think this one is going to be another win by Alexander Desplat for Isle of Dogs. But we'll see. We'll see if my prediction is right or wrong. Um, Best makeup and hairstyling. This is one of the categories that almost got thrown under commercial break. So, best makeup and hairstyling nominees are Border, which I still haven't seen, Mary, Queen of Scots, and Vice. Usually I would go with period pieces for this one, but after having seen what the makeup folks of Vice did to Christian Bale and helped him transform into Dick Cheney, I would have to say that best makeup and hairstyling Oscar goes to Vice. So best live action short film, I'm gonna skip that because I haven't seen any of them. Best foreign language film. Let's go to best foreign language film, and the nominees are Capernaum, Cold War, Never Look Away, Roma, and Shoplifters. I've only seen Cold War, Roma, and Shoplifters. So I would have to say that because of the momentum right now is with Roma. So best foreign language film Oscar goes to Roma. Best film editing. Best film editing, and the nominees are Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favorite, Green Book, Vice. Hmm. All right, all right, all right. What did I have for this one? Did I pick a nominee? Let me make sure I do have the nominees here. I think I mentioned Green Book. I think that's my prediction. Hold on, give me a second. Let me double check. What is foreign language, music, best picture, production design, sound mixing, visual effects, writing. I think I have Green Book, right? Yeah, I think I have Green Book. Okay. All right. I would have to go with Green Book for this one. And the editors is Patrick J. Don Vito. I hope I pronounced that last name correctly. So Patrick J. Don Vito would go home with the Oscar for Best Film Editing. All right, let's get back to our momentum because I kind of slowed it down a little bit there. I apologize. Best documentary short subject. I haven't seen the shorts yet, so I'm gonna skip that. Best documentary feature. Best documentary feature. The nominees are Free Solo, Hale Count, Hale County this morning, this evening, Minding the Gap of Fathers and Sons, and RBG. Now, I'm still kind of disappointed that they snubbed um, that Fred Rogers documentary. Won't you be my neighbor? But I think I'm not gonna be upset about that anymore, so long as Free Solo wins. So I'm predicting that Free Solo, because man, I keep seeing advertisements and campaigns for that, like see it in IMAX, you know. So I think best documentary feature Oscar will go to Free Solo. All right, best costume design, and the nominees are The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, Black Panther, The Favorite, Mary Poppins Returns, Mary Queen of Scots. This is, of course, a category in which oftentimes the period pieces like The Favorite or Mary Queen of Scots or even Mary Poppins Returns would win, right? Movies that are set in like in Victorian era or in the 1920s, what have you. But I would not be surprised if it goes to Black Panther. But my prediction for best costume design, I think the winner for this category is The Favorite. So best costume design goes to The Favorite. Best cinematography. Oh, I love this aspect, this category. And the nominees are Cold War, The Favorite, Never Look Away, Roma, and A Star is Born. And I think I'm predicting that the best cinematography Oscar goes to Roma. Best art direction, production design. And the nominees are Black Panther, The Favorite, First Man, Mary Poppins Returns, and Roma. And I think the Oscar for best art direction slash production design will go to Roma. All right. Best animated short film. I'm gonna skip. I haven't seen many of them except for Bao. It's not really fair. Because then I would just say like, oh, I'm predicting Bao because that's the only best animated short that I've seen. So let's go to best animated feature, and the nominees are Incredible Stew, Isle of Dogs, Mirai, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And the nominee, I mean, sorry, and the winner of Best Animated Feature will be Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. No offense to Disney and Pixar, but it's so refreshing or it's so refreshing to see a non-Disney or a non-Pixar animated movie winning this category at the Oscars. I mean, it's like the first time in so many years, right? Usually, the one that could probably take on Disney or Pixar is whenever Hayao Miyazaki comes up with a movie that year. So I think best, of course, this is probably the easiest to predict of all the categories tomorrow. Best animated feature will go to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Best original screenplay. And the nominees are The Favorite, First Reformed, Green Book, Roma, and Vice. Best original screenplay, not adapted, okay? So best original screenplay. And the Oscar for this category will go to Roma. Yep, another big win for Roma in this best original screenplay category. Now we go to Best Adapted Screenplay, and the nominees are The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, Black Klansman, Can You Ever Forgive Me, If Beale Street Could Talk, and A Star is Born. And the Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay goes to Black Klansman. I believe Spike Lee is nominated for this one. Him, him and his co-screenwriters. So congratulations. I think you will win, Spike Lee. I think you'll win your first Oscar with this one. So best directing or best director, and the nominees are Spike Lee for Black Klansman, Pavel Polikowski for Cold War, Yorgos Lantimos for The Favorite, Alfonso Cuaron for Roma, and Adam McKay for Vice. And the Oscar for Best Director goes to, come on, is this even a challenge? Alfonso Cuaron, everybody. Alfonso Cuaron for Roma. I believe he also won DGA. So that's a good indicator, usually. Best Actress in Supporting Role. And the nominees are Amy Adams for Vice, Marina de Tavira for Roma, Regina King for If Beale Street Could Talk, Emma Stone for The Favorite, and Rachel Weisz for The Favorite. This is also an easy prediction. I'm predicting that the Oscar for Best Actress in Supporting Role goes to Regina King, If Beale Street Could Talk. Yay! I love Regina King. The sight of her accepting her Oscar would be like, oh, so deserving. All right, moving on now to Best Actress in a Leading Role. The nominees are Yalitza Aparicio from Roma, Glenn Close for The Wife, Olivia Colman for The Favorite, Lady Gaga for A Star is Born, and Melissa McCarthy for Can You Ever Forgive Me? Can you? Can you ever forgive me, people? And the winner of Best Actress in a Leading Role is Glenn Close for The Wife. I recently saw The Wife, finally got to see the movie. And I must confess that I think that, Glenn Close is a remarkable actress, but she has given better performances in previous movies in the past, in her other 6 nominated role performances in the past. This is good. This is solid performance in The Wife, but I've seen her better. And I think the reason why she wins is because, again, just like the same reason that Leonardo DiCaprio won for The Revenant instead of The Wolf of Wall Street, or Black Diamond, Blood Diamond. So it's like an acknowledgement of the years that you've been consistent as an award-worthy actor and performer. So Glenn Close will win because of that reason, I think, and that's good. She finally gets her first Oscar after so many years, just like Martin Scorsese, right? Martin Scorsese never won until The Departed came along, and so it's that's another example as well. So the Oscar for Best Actress in a Leading Role will go to Glenn Close for The Wife. Best Actor in a Supporting Role. All right. The nominees are Mahershala Ali for Green Book, Adam Driver for Black Klansman, Sam Elliott for A Star is Born, Richard E. Grant for Can You Ever Forgive Me? I like doing that. And Sam Rockwell for Vice. Um, and the winner for Best Actor in a Supporting Role is Mahershala Ali for Green Book. Yay! I love that man, and I'm happy that he's gonna win an Oscar like 3 years, just 3 years after he won his first Oscar uh, for Moonlight. So quite an accomplishment in teen, right? Moonlight is a 2016 movie. So 2 years. I'm sorry, 2 years. Um, so he skipped a year. Last year was somebody else. Wow, but still, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So congrats, Mahershala Ali. I know you're gonna be walking up the stage tomorrow. All right, best actor in a leading role, and the nominees are Christian Bale for Vice, Bradley Cooper for A Star Is Born, Willem Dafoe for At Eternity's Gate, Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody, and Viggo Mortensen for Green Book. And the winner of Best Actor in the Leading Role category, the Oscar goes to Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody. Now, a friend of mine asks, like, "Oh, does this mean that the rest of them uh, are not as good as Rami Malek?" No, 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 no. It's not about that. It's not about, oh, Bradley Cooper is less great than Rami. No, no, no. It's just that the momentum or the buzz or the thing is right now is with Rami. Rami's the hottest thing right now, and he's been getting awards left and right. So it's an easy prediction for this one, and he's gonna go home. He's gonna go home with an Oscar statuette. First nomination and first win for him. So kudos, Rami. Um, all right, so here it is. Here it is. The top honor, the highest honor, Best Picture of the Year. Woo! There are 8 nominees, I think, right? Name nominees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 nominees. And the nominees are Black Panther, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favorite, Green Book, Roma, A Star Is Born, and Vice. And the winner of Best Picture, the one that will go home with the top prize, the producer that will get, or the producer or producers that will get this specific Oscar statuette. The movie that will be named Best Picture of 2018 is Roma. Roma, people. Yeah. Now, people have told me, or some fellow critics have out there have said, "Hey, Rama, I think that Shoplifters or Cold War, either one of those two, maybe Cold War more likely, is going to win Best Foreign Language Film, and then Roma will win Best Picture." But I'm gonna be bold and make this prediction, and I'll say that I think Roma will win both categories: Best Foreign Language Film and Best Picture. And I think, has that ever been done before? I don't think so, right? So this is gonna be like the first in history of Oscars. Um, Usually, it's like in the past, like Life is Beautiful in 1997, 1998. It was nominated for Best Foreign Language and Best Picture, and it won Best Foreign Language only. And it happened also another time. Also, I believe, was it Crouching Tiger, right? So usually it ends up with that movie winning Best Foreign Language instead of Best Picture. But I'm gonna be brazen here. I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna say that Roma will win Best Foreign Language and Best Picture. And if you recall what I listed just now, Roma will also make a clean sweep. It's been a while since there was a clean sweep. I think the last time was, I think Titanic had a clean sweep, right? All the nominations that he got nominated for, it won. And also, I think Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. I believe that was a clean sweep as well. So I'm gonna boldly say that Roma is gonna be clean sweep, and it's gonna make history. Both Best Foreign Language Film and Best Picture of the Year. So there you go. My brazen predictions for tomorrow. Hey Ryan, what's up? I just saw this chat. The Beef 123 Rama, what's up? What's up? The Beef. If you interact with the chat more, you will have more viewers. Thank you, of course. But I will have more views either way because I know that you guys love watching my sexy face anyway. um, the Doctor Blu-ray review says Ben Hur also had a clean sweep. That's right. Ben Hur had a clean sweep, I believe. I have to double check that, but I'll take your word for it. The Doctor 14 Blu-ray reviews. Um, but I remember that I think the Titanic and Return of the King, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King both had clean sweep. By the way, this year I believe it's the 20th anniversary of the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, the first Lord of the Rings movie. So, ah, so ecstatic, right? Um, Wait, no, that's the Matrix. This year's the Matrix 20th anniversary. God damn it, my mind is all jumbled up. Sorry, guys. So forget what I said about Lord of the Rings 20th anniversary. Um, so that's my prediction. I think I'm pretty. I think I'm the only one who dare to say that Roma will have a clean sweep and that Roma will win both Best Foreign Language Film and Best Picture of the Year. I haven't seen any other critic out there that have said that, but we'll see. We'll see. Now you know where I stand. All right. And if you have your own predictions, let me know in the comment section below. If you say that, hey Rama, I think you get that wrong, and I think this one's gonna win instead. Let me hear him. Let me hear him. Let me see what you got. Put your money where your mouth is. Just be careful when you place polls or bets. Okay. I don't want people to go bankrupt over the Oscars betting. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in on this special live stream episode of Oscars 2019 predictions. I will be back tomorrow night after the Oscars ceremony ends. Right after it ends, okay, on the clock, I will be back here giving you my reactions to the winners of the evening and how the show went and all that good stuff. I'll give you my commentary, and so join me there as well. Um, sorry. There's Beef 123 says Rama off topic, but what's your most anticipated movie of the year? My most anticipated movie of the year. That's like asking what is the color of the sky, Beef 123. Of course, the most anticipated movie of the year is Avengers Endgame. I think it's on the list of everybody right now, Avengers Endgame. So, and I'm sure you have that on your list as well. So, thank you for that question. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Please come back tomorrow evening, right after the Oscar ceremony ends, so we can have another chat and about the ceremony itself. Okay? Let's rock this.